Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail back with more Civilization Beyond Earth, where we are picking up just where I left off just last time. Where today we are going to be trying to really push forward in this game. And I think probably the first thing that I'm going to do here is, on top of trying to reassign these workers, and I've got my economy better, I've got to get my health up. And some of that I'm going to be able to do with buildings, but honestly some of that I'm just going to have to do. Negative health is just going to have to be a thing that I deal with for a little while here. I think my goal early in the game is actually going to be to try and I don't want to take out Citadel necessarily all by itself, but I think I may be able to push Freeland. Now granted, their defense is a lot higher than Citadel's, than Santo Andreao's, but I do think it is a place that does have some potential. So once again, Adept Blue, I just keep staring at that troll city, feeling troll, but at least it's tier 3. Or it will be tier 3, because I have a trade route going towards it. This is something that is going to happen. Alright, so get all these on. And then we have another quest decision, because we have a trade convoy, once again. And this one's probably going to Adept Blue, but better living through chemistry. Quest decision. Earth's pharmaceutical industry was at its peak during the 21st century. While drugs at the time were severely limited in ability, they did open the mind of full potential of pharmaceuticals. Now that our pharma lab is functional, our technology is finally caught up with the potential. We just have to decide how to best utilize it to enhance function or life extension. So, +1 science or +1 health. We will do a bonus health from the pharma labs. The longer our people live, the more they can accomplish. So, every pharma lab I build now will have +3 health. So that's nice when you have health buildings that give health. So that means our pharma labs that'll be going on up here, and I'm probably going to be done with workers. If anything, I need to get some more explorers. Probably just want to go ahead and purchase an explorer, as hasty as that sounds here. The Meismic repulsor could be actually pretty useful, and a cryo nursery could be a little useful. Recycler is going to be pretty important just for that, so I'll go ahead and purchase that. That was way too much money. I need to really pay attention to, it's my purchase. How much am I actually paying for this? So trade convoy again. This is the trade with Adept Blue. So as much as I want to trade with that, but to help it grow, and I do have some decent trade routes there. I do like the 4 food, 6 science. So we'll do that. Still no great explorers just yet. Although with that one virtue, I do have 3 modules now. I just need to not get myself killed. Easier said than done. So we're almost at robotics, and I know that is a big tech for me to just research early, but I do want to be able to get Faraxite, and I do want to be able to get a manufactory. And we're going to go ahead and construct a farm here, just because that's a good tile to work. We do have plenty of desert here, and we are going to have a vivarium before too long. And this city is actually going to be pretty good once it grows. But I've got to watch the health of some of my units. I finally do have copper up here. Really? Really? Again? Okay, I'm just being irresponsible at this point. I just need to go through and do an inventory check of how many of my units are dying. So let's see here. This worker, you actually finished, and I have 2 workers up here. So I might as well get my people back down here to do this. Let's see, we got this area. I do not have a solar satellite anymore. And I can build a repulsor, but I don't really want to. Can build another trade vessel. Might as well. Because we'll want to do some sea-based trades before too long. So there's our explorer again. It does, like I said, it has 3 modules now. So that's nice that our explorers have 5 modules, but it's not going to matter as much.
Robots do not complain, question, or rest, which makes them good role models for the rest of you.
That's nice. Allow the Tacjet military unit. So if we look at this, what is the military unit here? Is an air unit. So I can actually build air units now. That's really early in the game compared to some of this other stuff. But tactical robotics, that's going to have to wait just a little bit. Although that's a pretty nice boost for supremacy. We can start trying to get some of our other supremacy techs here before too long. You'll notice that things like power systems don't cost a lot, and that'll give us some experience. Computing's going to be good. But I think getting geothermal is going to be important too. So, scientific method quest decision. The head of our new laboratory has an interesting proposal at the moment. Our research is quite broad. The approach is beneficial, but dependent on building more laboratories in other cities. However, he believes we can increase our scientific progress by focusing our research on xenoecology. Once we understand the local biology, we should be able to harness scientific endeavors. So, one additional expedition module or +1 science and laboratories. I think I have enough expedition modules on my explorers. I just need to not get my explorers killed at this rate. So, are you sitting in Miasma? No, you're not. But if I kind of want to move you up here because I need a worker to start working these tiles. And how close are we to getting this Phyrexite? Not very close. I can potentially buy it, but at least I'm getting 8 energy per turn. So that's a plus. So, you're not in Miasma. Let's go ahead and... Yay! Nice little light pop-up and all that. All right, so like I said, I'm going to be starting to focus a little bit more on military. But that does mean I am missing some techs. Like, for instance, here. Notice the units that I have around here. I don't have Rangers, which are ranged units. I don't have... Physics would be a really good thing to kind of pop in and get before too long, but there's some other units that you can try and get as well. But right now I'm not as concerned about some of these things. I just want to make sure that I can get everything together. I can actually get a missile rover, which is going to be very important for reducing defenses of cities and outposts. So that's going to be when I start to focus a little bit more on my military. But for now, what goes around quest decision? If we're to survive on this planet, we must be conscious of the new ecology. Luckily, we've learned from our past mistakes and have already installed consistent recycling. The benefits of recycling are already well known. But let's see here. What do we do with the recycled goods? Low-quality goods can be produced quickly, reaching more people. High-quality goods are sturdier and can be used for more demanding work. So, worker speed or food from recyclers. I think we want worker speed, because that'll stack with some of the other bonuses here. So, trade vessel. Notice that this is going to be sending to Thabo 6 food and 7 production per turn. That's awesome. Sea-based trade is still fantastic, just like Civ 5. We just got to make sure that our sea trade routes are not plundered or otherwise attacked. And now look at this all of a sudden. Multiple trade vessels, and that's trade going to and from. Now I don't think we can actually cross trade routes anymore, so I'm going to hold off on that second one because I'm just starting to feel like I'm getting my health back in order. Alright, so where are you going? Let's go ahead and put you there. My disagreements, I don't want to go to war with my friend. There are backstabber penalties here, and I say friend, it really is cooperation agreements. And I should be able to mine that next turn. Like I said, this is not the best city location at all, but maybe some other resources will appear. Maybe there'll be a random geothermal. The algae will be nice. I can actually drop a worker over here to work some of this algae. So Thabo's grown. And we have another trade vessel. So, yeah, like I said, I cannot actually trade back and forth with cities. But I can go ahead and get... If I can... Wow, I can actually trade with Carbust? That's a really long trade route. But I do have it exposed. That seems a little too long. We'll try it like this. Just get a little bit more trade that way. So let's see here. It previously suggested a solar collector right here. I feel like there's better things I can be doing with my time right now than popping solar collectors, but that's what we're going to do. So I do need some energy. Mines are fortunately something that I can build pretty quickly, and we did get our other tech before. Thorium reactor's still good. We're going to ditch the trade vessel for now. And let's go ahead and I can get some air units, which will be good. And we will be getting air units before long, but the auto plant is very important. +1 energy for internal city or station trade routes. And 2 energy or 2 production engineer specialist slots. So that's interesting. And it looks like I could actually, with the amount that my citizens are spread out on like little tiny water tiles, I could actually use some of that. So we'll get the auto plant, and I guess might as well get the cryo nursery as well. Don't really need a vivarium here, and I may go ahead and pick up one of these too. Alright, so What production do we have here? Right now we have the Recycler, the Pharma Lab, the Vivarium. That's good. And then over here we have the clinic. So yeah, we're creeping back up to positive health. I'm not going to be spamming cities, in part because I don't have great ways to go. But let's see here. Australia is very happy with me trading them. There were best exchange of goods and wealth between the colonies. Let's protect and expand this lucrative engagement. So maybe if I keep them there, because Brazil is already not terribly happy with me, maybe I can make this work a little bit better a little bit later. All right, so I've improved most of the tiles that I can improve here right now. The next ones are, of course, the dangerous ones on Misma, or I can build some farms. Let's build a farm. Let's build a farm over. Let's see here. We have other tiles to improve back in the capital. We have other tiles to improve up here, but not too many. So those are most of the big resource piles right now. Notice that chitin is giving me a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff. So it's here, my disagreement. Wow, she wants to fight everybody. I thought she weren't the warmonger, but Elodie. So all the other continents are not living very happily, but I do get a crashed satellite, and it has a protected cache of information, and the expedition revealed immediately your science. It was able to get info on transgenics. So Ark and the Cavitan Protectorate are now working together. That's interesting. So is it really going to be... Camp Cascade is being killed by somebody, which is good. That place is already gone. So the core and Tiong. So we got a crashed satellite down here for this expedition. Then I feel like I should let this guy revive a little bit before I go up to this peninsula. But it may be better for me to try and take out Brasilia first. Let's see, if I put you in my territory, that should heal you up a little bit per turn. Should. It might not. I could be entirely wrong here, but... Oh! Combat rover. You are really sending that my way? Okay, so our peacemongering days may be at an end. So you're fortify until healed. There we go. Why was that option? It was probably always there. So if you're really going to attack me with that, I guess what I can always do, because there's not combat penalties for unhappiness or unhealthiness. But let's see. If you're really trying to attack me with this, that'll be cute. He's guarded. He says go on. And... yeah, otherwise not too much. I have way more science per turn. I have way more energy per turn. At least for the time being. And I don't have a lot to trade right now. I don't have a lot of uses for petroleum just yet. I just happened to get it, so... might be something that I'm missing. Would still like to get geothermal, but right now maybe he's just exploring. I'm not giving him open borders, and he can't go over those canyons. But I do have robotics, so I should have an aerial advantage, and these are good forward cities, but that is a ballsy settling here. And let's see here. That's just their icon. I thought there may have been something else to it. So, yeah, a little bit of peacemongering for a while. No, it looks like Brazil is thinking about it. They've got units. And Thabo has grown again as well, so that's decent. So it looks like, yeah, they're actually thinking about going after my people right now. Or at least trying to explore the southwest.
We, the dust of a dying world, must listen to the stones of a living one.
Alright, so geothermal wells will... Geothermal is pretty much something that lets you build wonders. And there's some text and information about it. It's 2 yield. Question is, do I have any geothermal? Looks like I have... Oh, good! Right where I plopped a farm is some good geothermal. That's actually 5 geothermal. Pretty nice. Any other geothermal? 5's really all you... Oh, wow. 5 geothermal, 6 geothermal. That's about all you need. Could be enough justification to take out Freeland a little later, because I'm going to be going Robo African Union, to be sure. So geothermal is one of those things that's really nice to trade to. So the Explorer is up. Let's just go ahead and explore up here. And this worker is up. And I guess we need to send one of you back over here to get the geothermal. Although right now it's nice that it has 5 resources, so farm here. We need some more workable tiles. Yay, that's nice. I was kind of expecting to not have proper resources. But yeah, geothermal is not something that's used for all things all the time, so Banu Musa, which gives you 4 science. Don't really need it. Another worker. Can we finish doing this without killing all of my people? That'd be nice. I've lost too many. Okay, so previous trade out was with Megan. Thabo will now give me 1 food. That's still better than the alternative. Although it is a little sad that I can't make a sea-based trade route, but that was my derping with the city placement. I should have thought ahead of, like, if I want to settle up here, I need to think about what's kind of between here, because these are... Fortunately, there's enough workable tiles down there to make it work, but we'll see here. So, quest decision. Creative spark. Our colonial grid is now powered by a thorium reactor already. Its people have grown accustomed to its gentle hum and glow. So efficient is the reactor, it's barely working at capacity. If we push it further, we could divert energy towards increasing production speed, or we could use it to create new units and structures. So, units and structures, or production. So 2 energy, 1 production. I think production's a little more important. Once again, that's allowing you to double down on what it already does, because thorium reactors, and that's where we start getting some specialist slots as well. So let's go ahead and actually reset growth focus. And you know what? Let's do it like this. Let's just take everybody off. Let's do this the old Civ way. So I really wish I could see a little better about what I have here. So 10 unemployed citizens. We want... I could get 2 traders here. Let's go ahead and work our big food tiles. 2, 3, 4. And that one gives us some energy, so that's okay. Then we have down here 4 unemployed citizens. Like I said, this whole coastline crap is not doing too well for me right now. So if I get 1, 2 traders, there's not like great people. It's just literally you're getting 2 energy from these people. But I'm still got quite a bit of food, so we'll go 1 down here because I'm going to be able to harvest that before long. I might as well go 1 back in the water. It sucks, but yep, that's what happens. Alright, so auto plant in 6 turns. We get 2 production engineer specialist slots, so that'll help that just a little bit. So creative spark. Good times. That production is going to be very important once I start going to war here. And in fact, I can probably actually go ahead and... How long is it going to take to build a plantation? Not too long, I don't think. This one's not on Misma. So that's pretty nice. Unfortunately, that Kroll's just out of range. This area could be good for another city, just because the algae will give you plenty of food. This place won't be as food starved. It's just not a very happy city. Alright, so we get another virtue. Cool. And like I said, we're just going to be doubling down on some of this here. I can get 3 energy from your land-based and from your sea-based. That's probably better because that'll let me cut down on some of this stuff. I'm not really concerned about extra population. So we'll just go down here. Once I get this, synergy bonus, 1 free virtue and a covert agent. Yeah, that's fine. But I should be able to get down into the tier 3 relatively soon, maybe. So I just want health from virtues. And really, it just had 1 more turn before that was done. Alright. So we'll see what we got here. For too long, should be able to get that next quest thing done. But Suzanne Fielding's starting to catch up just a little bit. I still have some trade routes going, and I can make a Firaxite mine. It does have 2 maintenance, but it does add 3 science. So that's pretty nice. Plus that'll throw production over here. The auto plan will be done in 4 turns. And then I think I need to start, because this looks like somebody wants to go to war with me. Let's see if we can get Freeland on the phone. Because, yeah, he's got something amassing. That's not very nice. We'll get the geothermal well there. So it's your greetings deal. Will you please declare war on Brasilia? No.
I cannot.
You cannot agree. Alright, so...
Bienvenido.
And you're worried about my expansion because you want to expand yourself. Cool. Will you declare war on Australia? Wow, you want even more. Okay, what he wants actually is all of my stuff. So we're not going to do that, and I'm only down to 2 lack of health. Note that my health is just shaky right now. I'm glad they're using the technical scientific terms for this. But I'm going to need to start building up some defenses because Brasilia is, I think, going to come knocking pretty soon, especially since they don't have open borders or anything with me. And if they try and sell around, I'll be a little bit irritated. Alright, so let's just go ahead and move you here, and we'll just keep spamming farms. There's not much more I can do right now. I do have plenty of energy though, so maybe I should just start buying some military here. I can actually buy a let's see, that's funny. I actually don't have the tech for Rangers. And ranged units are pretty damn nice, even in this game. So let's finish computing, and then we'll get power systems. Because we want Rangers. We want Rangers, we want computing, we want missile rovers. And like I said, I'm feeling the itch. I'm feeling like I need to start building up my military just a little bit here. So maybe if I purchase a combat rover for 340, that could be good. How long is it going to take to build a combat rover? Just 6 turns. Not worth it to do it the other way. Yeah, so not terrible. We'll have a second trade vessel there. As now my African Union explorers exploring this way is... They're just running around with their shirts off or something up there. It's like, we want to run in the Miasma and hurt ourselves ahead of time. Don't know why. But if I'm not careful, they could actually take Ion, even though they can't get a very good surround. This is a very defensible position with the canyon there. And that was kind of my point with founding it before, is that if Brasilia does try and attack, as they are just going everywhere. Mutual interest for open borders. No, but she has negative energy per turn. That's pretty interesting. In fact, will somebody buy my petroleum? Waiting for my Civ 5-esque advanced AI. There we go.
Machines of Earth are the wheel, the lever, the inclined plane, the dynamo, and the screw.
Now, so you get a lot of text and stuff all at once. These pop-up orders, I think, need to be fixed. What becomes our humanity when we replace our bodies with plastic and steel? It grows even stronger. As the augmentation movement grows, the uses of biorobotics are quickly discovered. New neural interfaces let individuals control fleets of machines, triggering the industrial boom not seen since our time on Earth. So we get plus 13 affinity towards supremacy and plus 60 food and Megan.
The first 5 machines of Earth are...
And we get that twice.
The lever, the inclined plane.
Alright, so we already heard that twice. So Megan has 60 food, which means it's going to grow in another way in just a little bit. And note that quest, completed solid state citizen, is just from building the one thing that I built. So quest decision gratification. With the creation of the new autoplane, our people will no longer be tied down to manual labors or production. They will be free to focus their energy on more noble pursuits. What of the autoplane itself? Its automated systems will produce whatever we wish, but we must be the one who supplies its purpose. Towards trade or consumption. So trade routes from autoplants or energy from autoplants. That's like no choice. Trade routes. Plus 1 energy from autoplants or an extra trade route. Extra trade route. Good lord. Because that's like way more than 1 energy every time. So that's good. A unit needs orders. Trade vessel. Let's see if we can actually... Let's actually change the origin city since it has 1 trade route available to Megan. And I only have 1 other coastal city, which sucks just a little bit. Maybe I can found something on this side if there's a good reason for me to do so. There is geothermal. I was hoping to find some more Firaxite, but that day could come. All right. Once again, no super early wars because people don't want to fight, but we are only at turn 100. So I guess it could be worse, but I think Brazil is knocking. And we do have another quest decision. Our astronomers have made a startling discovery. A massive asteroid is on collision course with this planet. If we act quickly, we can launch a satellite capable of altering the asteroid's path. However, the impact is expected to occur in a remote region of our colony, and our astronomers are confident no civilians are at risk. If we let the impact occur, we can mine the asteroid for valuable resources. So if we deflect the asteroid, we get +1 food from work barges and supremacy. If we allow the impact, we get energy continues to supremacy. So we get supremacy and +1, or allow the impact. I think I don't really have work barges right now, so I'm going to allow the impact. This looks like just a interesting quest. We must alert citizens so they prepare for impact. So the asteroid has crashed. We can scramble our workers to begin retrieval. Interesting. So that is a quest that I guess is going to be coming up next. So more from Freeland, and looks like we have a second city here now. And this is actually a better trade route, perhaps. Okay, so they decide to go all the way over there. So when they don't have any land to go down, they just go to the side. There were a bunch of aliens down here, so I don't entirely blame them, but I do have some kind of vulnerable sea trade routes at this point, and not a lot of cities. Like I said, this gap is a very noob move right here. I probably could just found a city here just for the sake of filling in this gap. But whatever. We'll get there. Will that Reslin be one of the things I get pretty soon? Maybe not. Should probably go ahead and buy that tile. Just so nobody else gets any ideas. And that's just going to be one extra science. What tiles are being worked here? Because now I can actually... We don't want you guys working this. We want extra production. So 28 production's not bad. We definitely want the Firaxite to finish. And yeah, I think it's going to be time to call this an episode in just a minute. Yeah, we don't want to run onto the wolf beetle. We don't want to run into the alien nest, so that's cute. Alright. So we'll just let computing proc, and I think that'll be that. Because then we can start the next point with spy agency, starting to work with that. And whoa! That is a really close impact to my capital. Talk about diverting and alerting the citizens. Jesus. Alright, so crash satellite. We have an update in the quest log. Skyman, our cities are filled with blinding lights. The asteroid makes its impact. Our predictions are correct. The asteroid has landed far away from our cities. Far away from our cities. I don't think that's very far away. Alright, but let's see here. The Firaxite. How long until this Firaxite mine? Wow, 12 turns? Well, I guess it's because I'm cutting down the forest here. And that'll increase production. But I kind of want to get this first. That will be something that I can always get back to because it's all in my territory. But yeah, interesting. Interesting. But I am almost at level 3, and I can't actually build roads between cities. I'm just kind of waiting because I don't want to spend energy for them. That's right, it's like you're in the distant future, but you still need roads. That's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, I'm just going to let this turn go. See if Brasilia is going to continue to do anything with me. They might not. As this worker should be done with the geothermal mine pretty soon.
I love computers because they automate the tedious stuff and give us more time for important things like market manipulation.
That doesn't sound like Kamada. It sounds like something else. But now I can do a spy agency. Can get networks, which is interesting that you don't have networks up before, but it's plus science and +1 science from copper. So at least I do have a little bit of copper. I'll just go ahead and move you around here. Zone of control, seriously, for that far away. But new updates in the quest log, research computing. So for your eyes only, a mysterious encrypted transmission was received from an unknown origin. I must have missed that one. So your research computing and recent advances in computer technology laid the foundations for spy things. So yeah, I feel like I do need to put just one more city just in between here to capture some of these resources. Although the city is going to grow I could just nuke a det blue. I mean, 4 food and 6 science is good. But I'm not even trading with it right now for some reason. Probably because this guy just stopped. So let's go ahead and get you up. And production here. We're almost back to health. Why am I talking about founding a new city? And this place doesn't have copper. We can just get science. We can just get auto plants, which are great for a lot of reasons. But yeah, I'm going to call that an episode. This is Way to Fail. Slowly but surely working towards... I thought by now I'd just be starting to get a military together, but looks like still a little bit of peacemaking, a little bit isolated from everything else. But if I plop another city in there, I can at least take advantage of some of the things that are in this line in the middle. So probably should do that. But otherwise, like I said, a det blue, I can just shake my fist at it all I want. Oh well. Next time I'm going to be starting to build a military to maybe take out Citadel, maybe take out Freeland, maybe take out both of them. I don't know. Because now that I do have computing and all of that, I can start building combat rovers. So after we get a Seismic repulsor up, we can go ahead and actually start queuing fun things like gunboats. That's going to be better for Freeland. But we can actually get things like missile rovers. We can get things like, let's get 2 missile rovers, and let's get a, I don't have rangers yet, so we'll start with the missile rovers. And the Seismic repulsor can probably wait just a little bit, because I need to start getting my military together. But that'll be for next time. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Way to Fail. Feel free to like or comment in the video as much or as little as you want. I just appreciate you watching. Thanks, and see you next time.